so fabulous to see everybody here. My name is SusieQ, last name Wood. I also publish Natural Awakenings magazine. You may have seen copies of that around Broward. But basically, I'm an artist all my life, and I now publish a magazine as well. So today, I want you to be thinking about why. Why would you want to pick up plastic? For me, as an artist, when I first started my art career, when I was about middle school, I sold my first piece, and it was a cat. It was a picture of a cat. Fun thing to do. I did flowers and houses and people and all of that stuff, but as I got older, I started asking some questions. Why am I doing this? What's this for? And I came to realize that it was recently, actually, after I started doing the magazine, the shift of my artwork became more of an environmental issue. So for me, the question of why am I doing my artwork, the answer was to help raise consciousness about environmental issues. Initially, it was about climate change because that was something that was on the forefront in 2007 and in 2007. And then after that, I started noticing litter and trash on the ground. I'd actually been picking it up all my life. My father was like that. We'd go and we'd pick up stuff. So I started loving what I was finding on the ground. And I live on the beach in one of the condos down the street. And every morning I started going out at sunrise and I started just walking. Initially just to get my feet into the sand as a meditation kind of thing. But I started noticing all this plastic on the beach. It was like, wow. So in 2000, I had another business called Expo of Heart, and I actually initially it was called Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo. It transferred into Expo of Heart, and I bought these bags in 2002. So I had some of these left over, which you're going to use today to pick up the trash. And some of these you'll see that the blue is almost worn off, because I don't throw the bag away once I have it used one time. So today I'm going to ask you, if you're not going to take the plastic home with you, then please empty it, give it back to me, and I will be happy to reuse it. So what kind of plastic are we going to be picking up today? I have some samples of what I like to collect. Let me show you this. This is typical of what someone will pick up today if you're picking up everything you see. And it's got big stuff, it's got small stuff. So what we started to do here, and food doesn't belong on the beach. Here's somebody enjoyed some corn. So cigarette butts, all kinds of stuff, metal, but I don't really keep that. So when you come back, we're going to have a sorting station set up.
But Susie, we don't want them to pick up. We want you to avoid those things.
Yeah,
you don't need to look for these things.
You don't have to pick up this stuff. However, if you do, and when you come back to the sorting station, you may find that some of the stuff is really not what you want to keep. So these are some samples of plastic that we actually may use for an art project.
This is the kind of stuff you can look for.
You're going to find balls, all kinds of balls. And what I do is when I come back off the beach, I will rinse it, get rid of all the sand, leave the sand on the beach. I wash it, and then when I come back into my house, and I will have some buckets here for you all. So I want you to pick maybe 5 pieces of plastic that you want to add to the artwork. And what we're going to do is I've got some kind of magic glue that takes a little while to dry. So you're going to wash your piece and dry it. Then you're going to give it to me. You're going to tell me where you want to put it, or maybe, and then I'll stick it in the glue, and then you can add it to this piece. So we'll figure out how it's going to look as we go along, but it should be a lot of fun. We're also going to have a sign-in sheet where everybody will sign their name on here, print their name, and when I sign my artwork, on collaborative artwork, which is what we're going to work on today, I put SusieQ, and then I add up the number of people that have added to the piece, this collaborative art project, and I put 1 dot to represent every single person that has added to the piece. So it's really important that you sign in. If you do give me your email address, then you'll be put on an invitation email address, which I send out maybe once a month to tell you about art events that I'm doing, and you can come and participate with that, or don't give me your email address. The other thing I will do if you give me your email address, and you can opt out of that any time, is you can, I will send you an image of the completed piece and a list of all the names that I gathered so that everybody will know that you've participated in this. I'll probably put it on Facebook as well, and maybe even put it in Natural Awakenings. So I really appreciate the fact that everybody's come out to participate with this. The other thing I would like to say, as far as sometimes you find glasses if you want to decorate. The other thing is I've got when I collect stuff, sometimes I find really, really cool stuff, and I'm going to pass this around. This is just a sample of pass it around. Some really fun kinds of things that we'll find on the beach. The other types of things that you may want to collect are rope. And here's the deal, is sometimes when you pick up rope, you think it's a really short piece, but oh my gosh, it ends up being something rather large. It's your option whether you want to pick it up or not, and certainly there are bins here to throw away trash that you don't want to keep. This is one of my favorite pair of glasses that I picked up. So I can't quite put this one on, but I love the way it ended up as a shape. I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to display it yet. Here's another pair. So combs, I find combs all the time, and this is very common. You'll find this, and this of course is part of a shovel. There's lots of these. Whoever manufactured those didn't really quite get it right. Most of them are always broken, but the combs are kind of fun. Brushes, more combs. Toothbrushes, you might find a lot of toothbrushes. Those are fun to keep too. And actually one of my pieces I have that's about this large has 102 toothbrushes on it.
Lauren?
I put out to my readers to name it, and somebody came up with the name Toothbrush Flash Mob. So as you collect the plastic, remember, you come back here if you have any questions about what to keep, what not to keep. If you want to donate it all to the kids' ecology, and it looks like we're being blessed with a little water. If you want to donate it to the kids' ecology, that's great. If you want to take it home, that's great. But again, you're going to pick out 10 pieces, and we'll have 3 buckets.
All your papers.
First one's going to wash it. It's soapy water. The second one is going to help to disinfect it a little bit. And then the third bucket is going to be to rinse it. And then you're going to dry the pieces. And I'll be right here by my artwork. So when you come back, you can be part of that collaborative work. So I thank you so much for participating with this. Are there any questions at all? And you can look through these plastic pieces.
How long did it take you to do this piece?
This piece, I worked on this over time. A half an hour, I could probably, here, I have a sample. So all the plastic that I have in here And I usually do a half hour every day. This took me maybe 2-3 days to pick up, but I'm only out there half an hour, and a lot of the stuff I do throw away. So this is just a sample of what it would look like before it's all sorted. So maybe a couple months I worked on this over time. You know, you can do a project in a day if you want. So you can either have all the same thing or you can mix it up and have it all different. But thank you for the question. Anything else?
I think the only thing is that we're all listening to the thunder.
Oh.
So there are tents around. So, you know, I'm not